Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the game of push.
Yeah. Hello, folks. It's Mitch Boyle, Triple Double Sports Cards at tripledouble-sportscards.com. Thank you for going to the website. Thank you for subscribing. That's got a bit of an influx lately, but most of all, thank you for the comments and the questions and your ideas about how I can do things better, and maybe some questions I asked that I didn't know about, and you gave the answers to. It's been wonderful. Today's title, it's Nervous Time. Do you remember Chick Hearn, Laker broadcaster, used to say that all the time when it was crunch time for the Lakers? It is nervous time. I've been hesitating on doing this. I've been starting up my own business now for about a year and a half, and one of the things that I've been waiting on, just because I was too damn nervous to do anything about it and felt like I didn't have enough information, was getting my 1986-87 Fleer Basketball Unopened and hopefully unsearched box certified, authenticated by BBCE. And I was just, like I said, too damn nervous. I didn't know much, but I did some research. And one of the best things that helped me was I contacted Steve. He gave me a lot of input, but I watched a video from Chris Sewell of Baseball Card Collector, Investor, Dealer, and it was a high roller, and it recently showed the sales of 2 unopened and unsearched certified 1986-87 Fleer basketball boxes that went for a lot. And one of the processes that they use is to check the back of each pack to make sure that a certain amount of course, Michael Jordan stickers are there, because that's obviously a way you can tell it's been searched or tampered with. I did the same thing, and I will tell you that the count is good. I'm not worried about that, but there's a lot more to it than that. And luckily, Steve and I had a back and forth. Steve Hart, again, the president of BBCE, before I sent these off, and he said, "You're going to need to send me some pictures, and then I can help you before you spend this enormous amount of money just to get it authenticated." And it is a lot. So I'm going to share my screen and show you some pictures that he wanted me to send. Let me get rid of that thing. And I think the first one you're going to see here is a picture of the side of the box. Let's go right to the front, though. We'll start numerically here, as I like to call it. So this is the top of the box, and it looks pretty good. It hasn't been too worn out, even though what would be that box, I guess, is it 36 years old? Something like that. Yeah, it looks in good shape. So that's the top of the box. Here's what I would call the left side of the box. So again, in pretty good shape. It's such a cool looking product, especially when it has that Premier Issue logo on it. Here's, I guess, the right side of the box. Here's the front of the box. So all in all, pretty darn clean and not too beat up. Maybe a little bit of wear in terms of some markings on the right side of the back of the box. And then here's the bottom of the box. So I sent these off to Steve, and he said, looks good, but the big indicator is, how do the packs look? And he said, randomly just grab 9 packs, and then I need you to take a bunch of different pictures and different formations and different layouts. So this is what we came up with and what I sent to him. So here's the 9 packs, and you can see one of the things he's looking for is corner wear, and you can certainly tell whether the packs have been opened or not as you go through what he wanted. So here's the lower left side of the pack. Here's the right side of the pack, if you will, which packs looks pretty good. There's some syrup and some gum base, sugar and softeners, artificial flavor and color. I didn't know if you knew that about this product. Anyway, that has to do with the gum. So that's that. Here's the front top right corner, which actually looks pretty good. Doesn't look like it's been messed with. Not to say it's perfect. I mean, again, it's old, and I have moved, I think, 3 or 4 times since I bought this box. So even the movement of the material with the way I contained it is going to create some wear. There's no doubt about that. Here's the left top side. I don't think there's any issues that I can see. I mean, it's not perfect at all. Would these grade as packs around an 8 on PSA? I'd say so. We'll look at some others. There's certainly some corner wear, especially with the dark blue as part of the wrapper, but not so bad. These look pretty good. And then this is the backside lower left-hand corner. He asked me to lay these 9 packs out just randomly. And as you can see, let's zoom into one of these. A few of these. They look okay. So we'll bring that back out. And then this is the most important part by far, because he said this is where I can tell whether it's been tampered with, where it's been opened and then resealed. But this is where he said things looked pretty good. There wasn't an indication that it had been messed with, but that means nothing. I did send them off to him. I think he'll receive them today, and then we'll wait a couple of weeks, hopefully. And if we get lucky, and I do mean that, they will be authenticated. If not, then I'm not sure what's next. It doesn't mean that there's a lot of great product in here that I could open and get graded, but obviously in its unopened condition, it's worth a lot more. So we will wait and see. Now, the last thing that I wanted to talk about was the difficulty I had shipping it. And Steve Hart again said the best thing to do is go through USPS and do this with a registration product. Register, certified, get it insured. They allow you to insure your product to a maximum of $50,000. Apparently, FedEx does not allow that, according to this note that I got from him. And UPS does, but I already had a pretty good relationship with the local post office. And so the next thing was, ship it perfectly and make it look all nice. But if you go online and you try to find a video on how to do this, there is none. So the way I understood it was, fill out the form, bring it in, put your box together, give them the form, and they'll do a label for you. Well, of course, that wasn't the case. I got there and they immediately said, oh no, you need to put the address on this. Just go over there on that table and write it on there. And I said to the postal worker, wait a minute, we're insuring this for $50,000 and you want me to hand write a label and expect somebody to be able to read it legibly. Is that what you just said? And I said, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go home and I'll put a really nice sticker label on there that's been typed out. And she said, yeah, that's probably a better idea. So I did that. I came back, and the next postal worker that I met with said, oh, no, you can't do this because you use this. You cannot use shipping tape. Well, that's the way to best protect the material, correct? Yes, but we have to put our own identifiers on it and it won't adhere to that. So you have to use this paper shipping tape. So anything we write on it will attach to it. So for the second time, I had to go back home and I had to repack the outside of the box and then take it down. And now for the third trip, I submitted it to them and they accepted it. But the insurance on this cost over $130. Anyway, thanks so much for participating, for subscribing, for giving me feedback, for asking questions, for telling me, no, that isn't the way it needs to be done. You need to do that. Or in this case, I'm worried for you about those packs. They don't look good. Or any other insight maybe that I should have used in order to help with the verification process. So that's it. It's been fun. I'm scared to death, nervous as hell, as they say. We'll see what happens in the next 2 weeks. And then in the meantime, thanks so much for watching. I'm Mitch Boyle, triple-double-sportscards.com.
Yeah. When I find a girl, that makes my toes curl. Drive me insane and fly to whole world. Make a man meditate, skip, jump, levitate, paralyze. Same time, I'm gonna call her fate. Cauliflower ear when the jealousy rears. I can't hear from the fear that she's got an idea. I'm a notch in the bedpost, insurance like geckos. A pet from the Petco, why can't I ever let go? Hold up, a little frame pain on the wall. She got a frame of mind saying I want it all. And when she goes home, never sleeps alone. But who am I to judge when that's how I roll? It always calls when she's back in town. It always stalls when I ask about if she's involved with another man. She says I'm not, I never am. Cause she is a free girl, never pass up on the weak girl. Had too much to drink, girl, taking what's hers in the free world. I said she